if they could have predicted that disaster, because by doing that, they did two things. One, because the mic was off and Trump knew he couldn't talk unless he was yelling, it made Trump look like he was the most composed individual on planet Earth. It gave him the opportunity to look completely composed, in control, patient, all of that stuff. But on Joe Biden's side, the uninterrupted silence, the lack of a crowd to make little noises, fill in those empty spots, and nothing but his crackling, convalescing voice. Everything about his deficiency was over. And it was really wonderful. And the most amazing thing about it is right after the debate was over, watching Van Jones and Joy Reid and these left news ticks in mainstream media scrambling to try to figure out some kind of way to spin that shit. It was amazing. It was amazing, and it was hilarious. Because they had just recently, got through kissing his behind 24-0, talking about he was sharpest he's ever been. This is the best Joe Biden. And all of this crazy, ridiculous, nonsensical mess that we as the people knew was bullshit. We knew it was bullshit. She knew it was ridiculous. I sit back looking at that, and the next day, the very next day, you know what I heard? You know what I heard pundits talking about? That's right. Right after Joe Biden is the very next day, she was talking about the Democrats, now, I got some questions. The very next day, that's and why would you start talking about it? So that was one indicator, and I've already told you that was one indicator that let you know they felt like what you already thought. Back it up. You might as well start focusing. That was the first thing. Right? The next indicator was as they were scrambling around they had no problem. They couldn't replace him with another candidate without having a primary, unless they went with, because they could use the loophole that she's still on the ticket. Because if they would have tried to do another primary, one, it's too late in the game, right? Too late in the game for that. Two, if they did a new primary and were to pick someone new, like say a Gavin Newsom or something like that, they would have lost all of the campaign money that they collected for the Biden-Harris team. So they were put in like a little bit of a conundrum. It's like, okay, you know what are we going to do? Because if we don't go with Joe, we're going to lose all this campaign money. But since Kamala was on the ticket, it's like, okay, you know what? We'll just swap them out. We'll swap out Joe and Kamala. Only problem was Joe wasn't willing to do that. And I don't know what conversation was had behind the scenes. I don't know what they did, because at first they put Kamala up there, and if you notice, certain key Democrats did not come out and endorse her right away. They didn't. That was another story, right? So I'm like, okay, you know what? They know it's too late in the game to try to go with another presidential candidate. Plus, they don't want to go with Gavin Newsom, because 9 times out of 10, they're probably going to try to tap him to run in 2028. But right now, especially coming off the heels of because keep in mind, they didn't get Biden up out of there right after the debate. They didn't switch him out right after the debate. You want to know when they switched him out? After Trump dodged that bullet. After Trump dodged that bullet and was seen in that epic photo with his fist in the air, you feel me, with the freaking American flag over his head with the, you know, and I'm not even going front, man, that picture is legendary. That is an epic moment in political history. I don't care what nobody says. In fact, I told you guys the day that it happened, right? I told you guys, I said, you know what that photo looks like? It looks like the photo of the soldier holding up the American flag. But instead, it's Secret Service agents holding up Donald Trump, his fist in the air, the flag waving over him with the blood on his face. That shit is legendary.
When you visit MichiganVoting.org, for some information about your voting rights and how and when to vote in Michigan. Because we believe when you create a voting system that works for everyone, our communities are stronger. Freedom, democracy, community. These are our values, because these are the values that Michiganders from our campaign. Take a visit to Michigan Voting. It's your all-inclusive destination for voting information in Michigan. Make your next stop Michigan Voting.
WeTrade is a financial service worldwide. The manager has a receipt for the purchase of real estate, yachts, or cars in the territory of the United Arab Emirates. The deadline for issuing the receipt is 2 days. Low rates, rearranging the cash. In more than 30 countries of the world, we accept cash, non-cash, crypto. Exchange in any major city in the world. Quickly, it's safe, confidential, and also tax optimization, legalization of income, developing a financial strategy, blockchain investigations, and AML checks. Contact our manager for more details.
Right? So, they swap out Kamala. And like I said before, I believe they knew the moment that, first of all, they knew the moment that debate was over, that Biden wasn't going to win this election. They certainly knew that they were not going to win this election after Trump almost lost his life. But they didn't want to make it look like what it was. So what they did is they said, okay, you know what, we gotta, it's kind of like It's kind of like that moment where a basketball team is in the fourth quarter and there's like 1 minute left on the clock, but the other team has such a high lead that you know you're not going to be able to win, but you still have to go out there on the court and play. You can't just be like, man, forget this shit. It's a minute left, but we ain't got enough time to make enough points to come back, so we might as well just go to the locker. You can't do that. See, after Trump narrowly avoided losing his life, Democrats knew they couldn't just go to the locker. But we still got to put on the show. We still got to put up a fight. We don't want to leave no lambs to the slaughter. We don't want to take one of our best candidates and put him out there against Trump right now, coming off the heels of that epic photo and him dodging a bullet. And right now, the MAGA movement is a juggernaut.
The MAGA movement is a
You may
joke.
be looking at a repeat of Ronald Reagan's win where he won in a landslide. You may be looking at a repeat of this shit. And the last thing that the Democrats want is to put somebody up against Trump that has a promising future in the Democratic Party, that has a shot in 2020. You up against Trump right now and let him beat you, and now you look. Hey, come on, dude. Let her do it. Let her take the ball. Will give us some support. You know, we'll make it look like he wanted to win. He knows he's not going to win. So why would they do that? Could you ask yourself this question? If they were really trying to help her win this damn election, why are they not coaching her? How many interviews is she gonna do with the word salad? Let me tell you something. If they were coaching her properly, the second interview that she did, excuse me, let me back up. Let's back up for a second. If they were coaching her properly, the interview she did after her debate with Trump, and every subsequent interview after that, she would not be repeating the same shit that they know is not working. Why they letting her do that? They know that word salad shit ain't working. But even more than that, one of the biggest problems they have with her, which is part of the reason why they don't like her, is she is too far left.
Mike Rogers got $1 million from the drug industry. He voted against lowering prescription drug prices and to take away guaranteed Medicare benefits. Mike Rogers sold us out to the drug industry.
For your business to succeed, you need to make connections with your employees to understand what's working and what isn't.
Great. And what do you think of the company benefits?
I can tell I am committed to PTO.
There's going to be an easier way.
Making connections is easy with Survey. Allow anonymous answers for honest, actionable feedback. Understand what your employees are saying. Get started at SurveyMonkey.com.
Her to pick Tim Walz, Tampon Timmy. That's who you allow. That's who the Democratic Party allowed her to pick. Right? That's who they allowed her to pick. Right? instead of what's the guy's name? Shapiro. What is the guy's name? Y'all know what I'm talking about? I can't remember his first name. What is it? I know his last name is Shapiro. Shout out to Bishop J. Jermaine. He said for the Wu-Tang. Shout out to Mad Forsong. He said President Biden said 45 had to get a target after losing. Sorry for the cryptic message. Yeah, I know. Josh Shapiro, right? When they first picked her as the candidate, her obvious choice would have been Josh Shapiro. Why is that? Because based on her stance, Timmy, who did that? Talk about blunders of the century. And you look at their campaign, there are numerous blunders. Numerous blunders. There are too many for us to think that the Democratic Party really is backing her and really thinks she has a shot. The lack of coaching her to stop with the word salad, the lack of coaching her to answer the damn questions, the lack of advising her to pick a better running mate. And there's two more blunders that happened just recently. The freaking Alabama game. Here you have Alabama versus. In fact, how many people watch that game? Let's look up. Alabama versus USC 2024. What was the viewership? But we don't even gotta know numbers. Okay, we don't even gotta know numbers to know that Trump's Project 2025 is
Why the hell is she begging for another one?
It's one thing for mainstream media
It's
to
me.
engage in their pursuits of grandeur. They get paid to do that.
They get paid to do
In the
while you
private sector,
Negroes in the
they're
private.
engaging in this
Why
bullshit.
you engage? Why you engage in?
If you won the debate, you wouldn't give a damn about another debate. You didn't win shit. You didn't win shit.
You didn't win shit.
It just seems like
It
you
just
did better
seems.
than you thought for two reasons. One, we thought you were going to be a total disaster. So our expectations were so low that the fact that you were able to string together a coherent sentence was a damn bonus. But even more than that, you had the sorority sister and
You got your sorority sister and the wannabe pretty boy who fighting the fight for you. Of course you look like you won. Optics wise, you won.
President Trump, if you get back in office, are you going to be a dictator? Shit like that.
Shit. I'm gonna be a dictator. Before. When you ask me, oh, he won and she didn't.
The reason why the polling numbers did not jump, in fact, lost ground and Trump gained ground, because the American people are not stupid.
Because the American people are not stupid. 3-on-1 dog pile. That super biased, unfair debate. It's bullshit. They did more investigating to pay attention what kind of earrings you had on. We live in the information age. You can't do shit like that.
Not to mention the whistleblower that came out and spilled the beans.
The whistleblower spilled the beans. Is that allegedly the whistleblower spilled the beans? The whistleblower spilled the beans. Spilled the beans.
They also have built-in excuse that they tried getting a black woman elected.
Yep. Yep.
That's the other thing. Oh, that's the other thing, right? Shout out to Billy Joe Grubb said 9.61 million viewers watching the game
Of the season.
That's the other part.
That's the other part that nobody talks about. I want to talk about because I'm trying to have the racial conversation. Everyone, you black women, you should be denouncing the fact that she's a black woman, especially after stuff you can't.
You should have never paid for Janet Jackson. You know what I'm saying? She said, y'all tried to come for Janet Jackson and I answered the door. I said, wrong. That's bars right there. That's bars. You tried to come for Janet Jackson and I answered the door. And did she answer? Oh my gosh.
And did she answer?
And if you think for 1 second ain't nobody paying attention, this is what you know you got on.
And you think in 1 second ain't nobody paying attention?
Of her show on TikTok, I done seen clips of her show on X, I done seen people on YouTube reviewing it. Aside from Announcer, want to know what you don't want to happen. You don't want them to say, well, you can't complain about there never being a black woman president because one tried and failed. Don't be mad at us. We gave her a shot. We gave her a shot. She screwed it up. Y'all falling right for that BS. The black woman that you endorse that runs for president, let me tell you something. She just look like Condoleezza Rice. Okay? In other words, she just look like you. With parents that look like you. That are from here. Just like you from here. Y'all need to stop letting these people that ain't from here cosplay being Negro. That's a whole new level of racism. That's a whole other level of racism. You got people out here that are pretending that the help was their grandmother. That's a whole other level of racism. If that's true, right? If that's true. We don't know. We just know it's interesting, right? Child folks, he said the people who made Project 45 have officially endorsed Harris. Talk about unexpected turn of events. Yeah. So, she does a campaign, she puts an ad. They purchase an ad. They purchase ad time for the Alabama-Georgia game, quite possibly the biggest game of the year as far as viewership. And what are you doing in the game? Begging for another damn debate. And it's like Trump said, why would he debate you now? When early voting has already started. That don't even make any sense. You got to hold what you got. Wherever you at, that's where you at. You gotta hold what you got. Ain't no takes and backs. None of that. Shout out to Shout out to Bill Jackson. Said, skip the bell to listen every time I'm cooking. Cooking these hours long. Hours of great. You got to hold what you got. And I'm telling you right now, the writing is on the wall. The writing is on the wall. And I ain't talking about it. The desperation is out of control. And if that wasn't bad enough, that wasn't bad enough. The first debacle, and gets not the first, but the most recent debacle, one was that pathetic ad at the Alabama-Georgia game, begging for another damn shot at the title, begging for another debate. The second most recent debacle, taking that trip to the border. What in the fuck were you thinking? What were your advisors thinking? You have any earthly idea how desperate the Southern border. That sounds good.